Play. It's a busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Choose the engine that is feeling happy. That's right. It's Henry. Henry is excited when Sir Topham Hatt asks him to collect an important visitor from Brendam Docks. During Henry's run, Harry and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. How does Henry feel after Harry and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal? Embarrassed? Yes! Henry feels embarrassed after Harry and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. Later that day, Henry is excited that a photographer is about to take a special picture of him for a book about the engines of Sodor. Suddenly, Thomas races up so that he is in Henry's picture too. How does Henry feel after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture? Embarrassed. Henry is not embarrassed. How does Henry feel after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture? Embarrassed. Surprised. That's right! Henry is surprised after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture. Later on, Henry is sad when he scares away the Sodor warbler, a special bird that visitors have come to see. The visitors are happy to see the bird riding on Henry's buffer later when he goes to pick them up. How does Henry feel after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer? Happy. That's right! Henry is happy after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer. It's the end of a long day, and Henry has been really useful. Now it's time for Henry to go to sleep. Click on Henry to say goodnight. Good night, Henry. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Which engine is feeling sad? That's right. It's Gordon. Gordon is unhappy because his boiler is broken and he can't be really useful. Victor moves Gordon to the front of the repair line so that he can be fixed quickly. How does Gordon feel after Victor moves him to the front of the repair line? Very happy. That's right! Gordon feels very happy after Victor moves him to the front of the repair line. Later that day, Gordon is proud to be given a special to move the Lion of Sodor to the Duke and Duchess's summer house. Sir Topham Hatt asks Gordon to share the special with Ferdinand, who is being rewarded for being really useful. How does Gordon feel after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share the special with Ferdinand? Angry. That's right! Gordon feels angry after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share the special with Ferdinand. Later on, Gordon is embarrassed that the waste dump has become a mess while he is in charge. Scruff helps Gordon clear the tracks and make the waste dump neat and tidy again. How does Gordon feel after Scruff helps him make the waste dump neat and tidy again? Angry. Happy. Yes! Gordon feels happy after Scruff helps him make the waste dump neat and tidy again. It's the end of a long day, and Gordon has been really useful. Now it's time for Gordon to go to sleep. Click on Gordon to say goodnight. Good night, Gordon. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Choose the engine that is feeling excited. That's right. It's James. James is excited that Thomas is coming to play hide and seek with him. Thomas is very busy working at Brendam Docks and has forgotten to go play with James. How does James feel after Thomas forgets to go play with him? Happy. James is not happy. Angry. Sad. Yes. James feels sad after Thomas forgets to go play with him. Sometime later, James is happy that he's taking a load of children to the picnic. A cork pops out of a lemonade bottle on Thomas's passing special and hits James. How does James feel after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him? Afraid. Surprised. That's right. James feels surprised after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him. Later on, James is unhappy that he's covered in mud. Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. How does James feel after Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James? Embarrassed. Very happy. Yes. James is very happy after Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. It's the end of a long day, and James has been really useful. Now it's time for James to go to sleep. Click on James to say goodnight. Good night, James. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Which engine is feeling happy? Yes, it's Edward. Edward is happy that he's been given a special by Sir Topham Hatt. Later, when Edward chooses to complete his special rather than play with Charlie, Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. How does Edward feel after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine? Edward is not very happy. How does Edward embarrassed? Edward is not embarrassed. Yes! Edward is sad after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. Sometime later, Edward is worried that he doesn't know how to be a hero and thinks that he must be strong, fast and stern, like Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt tells Edward that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. How does Edward feel after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero? Very happy. Yes! Edward is very happy after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. Later on, Edward is surprised to see that Sir Topham Hatt has a moustache and wants to play hide and seek with the children. Later, Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Loam Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt's brother, who's come for a visit. How does Edward feel after Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother? Happy. Yes! Edward is happy after Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother. It's the end of a long day, and Edward has been really useful. Now it's time for Edward to go to sleep. Click on Edward to say goodnight. Good night, Edward. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Which engine is feeling excited? That's right. It's Percy. Percy is excited at the chance to make new friends with two squirrels that he sees on a tree stump. When Percy rushes up to talk with the squirrels, they're scared and run away. How does Percy feel after the squirrels run away? Very happy. Surprised. Yes! Percy feels sad after the squirrels run away. Sometime later, on Dowager Hatt's birthday, Percy is sad when all of the other engines are given important jobs. Sir Topham Hatt sends Percy on the most important special of all, to pick up a big present at Brendam Docks. How does Percy feel after Sir Topham Hatt sent him on the most important special of all? Very happy. That's right. Percy is very happy after Sir Topham Hatt sent him on the most important special of all. Sometime later, Percy is excited when he decides to make his mail delivery run on the express track. Gordon derails when he's forced to swerve into a siding to avoid Percy. How does Percy feel after he causes Gordon to derail? Embarrassed. Yes! Percy feels embarrassed after he causes Gordon to derail. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Percy to go to sleep. Click on Percy to say goodnight. Good night, Percy.